Hi, this is David here with entry number 16. It's Monday night, I guess, here. And today I taught kindergarten, 1st, 4th, and 5th grade. Today actually went really well with all the grades, all things considered, considering that 1st and 5th were kind of terrible last time. Kindergarten, again, I'm kind of going over phonics and the alphabet, and 4th grade is always okay, even though it's a huge class. Today they're getting a little louder, but I'm keeping them in line. So overall it was good. Really, I think I might stop talking about my teaching days because it's becoming more and more of a habit, and so it's not as interesting really to me. If I do have especially good or bad days, I will bring those up most likely, but you know, I might give it like a 30-second spot in the beginning of each video, if anything. Let me think. Today, so yeah, not a lot happened, but I did think a little more on the last video because I got a couple nice responses from people, and yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say, but I did think about that for a while today. One thing that kind of caught my eye while I was in the bus terminal waiting to leave was I saw a young lady, about 5'4", looked like possibly she could be somewhere between the age of 19 and 30, because she was wearing a hoodie and long pants. I couldn't really figure out why, and then she walked by me. It was about, I don't know, 2 feet away, and I saw her face was very not right. But it dawned on me quite suddenly that she had just gotten plastic surgery on her face. There was bandages, a lot of swelling, redness, and it just looked very painful, very painful. And it got me thinking earlier today just about materialism and how rampant it is here in South Korea. And I wondered why. And I guess there's a myriad of reasons why, but I was thinking about, you know, how could this happen? And I think it's happening right now in China for sure, and it happens to some extent in Japan as well, where you have these countries, China and Korea most significantly, that modernized majorly in the last 30 years and have really shifted into becoming extremely, or at least pockets of the country, are extremely wealthy. And when you go from being so poor to having so much money, what do you actually, or what is your concept of wealth? How do you define yourself? How do you define yourself to others? And what I thought is, they don't know, or traditionally, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they didn't have anything. So how do you, in such modern times, such as these, how would you know what to do with your money, and what to do with it, clearly, by some smart advertising and some social pressure, I guess, is spend your wealth on things like handbags and phones and cars and clothes, and you know, it isn't as much it hasn't caught on as much as it has in the U.S., but in Korea and in China, from when I was there, it really is a matter of not really the item, like the type of item, but really who makes the item. Korea, I've noticed while I was in Seoul, is extremely label-centric. And why is that? You know, in America we've had kind of an about face on badging, as we would call it. It's actually, I think, at least in my demographic, in younger people, it's actually cooler to have stuff that's unlabeled and less attention grabbing. But in Korea, it's very chic to have that LV, or the DG, or you know, some labels on your clothes. You know, North Face, all of that. It needs to be prominent. One of the most popular shirts you see is people wearing Guess jeans shirts with a big old Guess label about that big on their chest. And I was thinking, why? You know, in America we're lucky enough to be so wealthy that a lot of people, although materialism is quite a big thing in America, yes, we've kind of, as a whole, we know better. We know better that it doesn't actually buy you happiness, that family and friendship and kinship with other people is what's really important. In Korea, though, I guess that is probably also true, of course, but on the surface level, it's much less apparent. And I think that's why is because of that new money factor. That what do you do with all that money that you gain? What do you do with it? And the answer is you show people you have the money. I guess that's always been true in most westernized societies, that showing that you have money is arguably more important than knowing you have money. Credit card companies and many people in credit card debt can attest to that, I think. You need to, I guess the saying in America would be, if you've got it, flaunt it, right? So I think that's kind of one of the major factors at play in Korea. So other than that, I haven't really been thinking too much deep thoughts. But, you know, for me it's always a struggle to not overanalyze things. So this has been entry number 16. I hope it's been somewhat enjoyable, if a bit rambling. So thanks for watching. I'll come at you tomorrow with entry number 17 and the start of my holiday week. And so thanks for watching. Bye.